How you doing? This is Austin Thompson with Thompson Management Consulting. We're here for another On Location Spotlight. Today I'm here at the office of the MP Group with Sales Director Roderick. And we are going to find out all about what the MP Group does in order to assist small business owners in general, with processing their credit card sales. But before we get started, I just want to remind everybody, don't forget to share, hit the like button, and subscribe, because we want to make sure that you're getting updated on everything that we're doing here at Thompson Management Consulting. So, Roderick, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man, and I'm thankful that we're able to sit down here for an on-location spotlight for the MP Group to learn a little bit about what you guys do.
Awesome,
right?
awesome.
They have a great office here in Acworth, Georgia, and we definitely want to find out a lot about them, right? So, what is the MP Group?
Okay, the MP Group, we help businesses with their merchant services, or better known as credit card processing. We're independent business here in Acworth, but we have a nationwide reach. So we're helping business owners take credit card payments however they like to. Even if they like to do ACH payments, or if they needed to do anything like that, we can help them.
Right. So it's basically, I'm a business owner. I have a retail outlet, and I need some sort of merchant services to process my sales, and MP Group has a system that allows me to satisfy that.
Yes,
right?
yes. Again, we're independent, so we can provide you with whatever solution you need, if that is from just a virtual terminal to a mobile reader, even to that full POS system that you would need to do your inventory, make sure your employees are clocking in, clocking out. That system does all of those things.
And it has all of that. That's great, because we have nationally we have 30.5 million small businesses, right? Here in the state of Georgia, we have almost about 1 million small business owners, right? Metro Atlanta, you can do the statistics on that,
right?
But we always run into situations where small business owners are always looking for the right systems, right, to have in place as part of their operations, to process their sales, right, track their inventories, right, because you have the supply chain model, trying to determine when they need to order, what supplies they need in, just in time delivery, and it's great that MP or the MP Group allows them to do that, right?
Yeah. So what it is again, we tailor each situation to that particular person. So again, if they just have a simple process they need, we can just get them that, teach them how to use it. If they have a more complicated process that they have, again, we can find that system, because we're independent. So we're not set to go inside of this one little square only.
Right.
What we do is we tailor it to exactly what you do, because we focus on the relationship instead of it just being a transaction.
Yeah, that's great, because with dealing with small business community, it's all about the relationship. It's all about creating that relationship.
Absolutely.
Right? So, as sales director, what do you do as sales director?
Well, I just focus on making sure that we have the crew going, that they're properly educated, they have all the tools that they need to provide that solution for, our clients. And then I go out and help businesses as well. So, it's just making sure that the team is ready to go and they're accomplishing their goals. And then I go out and just spread the word of how we can help people.
Right, that's great. Now, what are some of the products? Because I know you took me into the room where you have some of your machines in there. But tell us a little bit about the services and products in more detail.
Yeah, no worries at all. Again, like I said, we can help businesses that need any solution. So it can be where it's just simply a virtual terminal. A lot of businesses we go to don't even truly need a physical terminal like this, because they take all of their payments over the phone. So we're able to provide them with a virtual terminal. But you do come across those businesses that have face-to-face transactions.
Right.
What's very important is making sure you have the most up-to-date technology.
Right.
One of the recent stories that I have is I went into a business. They had a terminal like this, but it didn't have the ability to chip the card.
I see.
So what happened is they were swiping every time. Once whoever has the least technology is liable for that sale. So that particular business, every time they swiped it, a client could have called in and said, hey, someone took my card, and they would have lost that chargeback.
Right.
So we have ones that are EMV compliant. We always make sure that you are PCI compliant, and just provide you with whatever type of terminal, even if it's a mobile reader, where you can take this on site, like on location with your events. When you need to take those payments, when you have people walk up, you can take it on site there. So we have all types of equipment. It's just two of the hundreds that we could provide. Exactly.
And what Roderick was just speaking to with the Entrepreneurship and Small Business Summit, the MP Group actually provides me with merchant services. So if I have attendees who have not pre-registered for my events, as they walk up to register on site, they can use a reader and insert their credit card to pay for their attendance for the conference that day. There's also a link on my website when I'm taking payments, and you can go to the website and the MP service link, or the link to the MP Group services is on my website, so you can actually make a payment, online. So that's great, and you guys also provide loans for businesses?
That's right. What it is the merchant cash advance. So what we do is take a look at the volume of sales that you have done over a period of time. And then we say, okay, you're doing $100,000 a month. Based off of your profile, we can lend you up to 120% of what you're doing on a monthly basis.
Right.
It is one of those ones where we can get you those funds fairly quickly. We try to offer that to businesses who are trying to expand.
Right.
Ones who are trying to purchase more inventory for a season, or get a truck for a job. They need that quicker cash.
Yes.
And then, we can offer that to you, and we just take a small amount of your batch each time until it's paid back.
Right, and that's part of the criteria, or there's more to it than that? Or?
No, that's basically it. Like I said, we see what amount you need, and then we ask that question, what are you using it for? Because we want to advise you. We don't want you just to take it, because you have to pay it back. And then we come back with whatever those terms are, and if everything is in order, it takes generally 48 hours to get that for you.
So that's great, because not only do you provide merchant services for credit card payments, but you also provide access to capital.
That's right.
Right, access to capital, which is sometimes a crutch for a small business, right? Because it's many small businesses challenged with working capital or cash, right, to manage their daily operations. Right. Part of your services is that added advantage, of providing capital for small businesses.
That is right.
Right.
That's right.
Now there's PayPal and other digital services out there, right? What creates the advantage with the MP Group? What is the advantage?
See, what I would say, those businesses like that, PayPal, Square, Stripe, those types of businesses are big box vendors. So what they do is easy access. You get the last 4 digits of your social, and your checking and routing, and we'll just give you an account. Right. With us, we do a little bit of underwriting up front, because they create imaginary parameters for you. So they say, Austin has this business, we're going to say he does this particular amount a month, this is his high ticket, whatever the case may be. Where we come in and we say, okay, what is your actual high ticket? How much do you on a monthly basis? And they just get you in there. So the biggest difference is we actually dig into you first, because they'll accept you have a payment outside of those parameters, and they'll hold your money. Right. They'll hold your money. So that's one of the big things. And then rates. We're going to be much less expensive than they are, because we have a little bit more control over the rates. Right. Where they're going to make you pay a flat rate, regardless of what type of card that end user uses. Right. So in a lot of cases, we can be anywhere from 0.5% to a whole percent. And when I'm asked that question, what makes us different, I usually have the 3 things. That they don't really know who you are. Right. They're going to charge you a higher rate. And then the most important thing is you receive me as a person who's going to take care of one of the most important things to your business, which
Right.
is your cash.
Right.
So
Right.
once you finally get them to get those tickets, sign up and, swipe it and get it, you want to get your money.
Exactly.
With us, we're going to give it to you at a least expensive way.
Mhm.
And if anything happens, as you can attest to, you just call me.
Right.
And I'll get it done compared to having to email somebody.
Right.
And hope to get a response.
Right. So we have the merchant services, credit card merchant services. We have the access to capital, the services where you're providing loans to small business owners. And the added advantage is where the rates are lower with the MP group and a wider variety of access, to the service provider and those managing the accounts.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And that's when we talk about the competitive advantage. Competitive advantage, what differentiates you, a business owner, from your competitors, what sets you apart. These are some of the things as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as you're growing your own business, is to understand and highlight what actually sets you apart from your competitors. Why are clients and customers going to seek you out and seek loyalty with your business over the competitors? It's because that you're offering something that the competitor doesn't. Or if you have similar services, you have that step or two steps above the competitor that makes you more attractive as a business owner, right? And these are some of the things, especially when doing a SWOT analysis, when we're looking at strengths and weaknesses as a business, we're looking at internally strengths and weaknesses. What makes us strong as a business, right? And you've just listed several things that make you strong as a business, is understanding how you stand out among the marketplace, when you're looking at a competitor analysis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys do contracts?
No, with us,
Wait a minute, hold on. You guys don't do contracts.
No
contracts.
No.
All right.
No, what happens with that is, in our industry, is called an ETF, or early termination fee. With us, we stay accountable by not charging you that. Now, of course, it's there, but we always strike it out because we want you to know, if I'm not providing that customer service that I'm telling you I'm going to, if those rates aren't where they are, then you can leave at any moment.
Right.
And because I know you can leave at any moment, I do the simplest thing. I just do what I say I'm going to do.
Right.
And
So there's no contract. That means there's no commitment.
No, it's no commitment. I'm trying to get you to commit to me each month.
Right. And you can, as a business owner, at any time, you can withdraw. But the advantages that you provide over your competitors is what keeps your customers loyal to you.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, a lot of times people are just used to, going in those contracts, and people are used to what they're used to. Okay?
Yes.
And a lot of times I have to explain to them that, hey, look, you just come on, give me the opportunity to help you.
Right.
We're going to go on a couple dates, not necessarily say we're going to get married.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not doing what I'm going to do, then you can leave and go back to what you were used to, but at least give me the opportunity to show you there's something better out there.
Right. So there's the courtship, the flowers and the candy, no ring. No ring.
I don't put you in that contract. I don't do it.
No, there's no getting on one knee with the ring, but there's a whole lot of courtship, right?
The entire relationship is that.
But that's great, because I think in this day and time, I mean, you look at where the fitness industry started, right? Where you had 2-year commitments to contracts, right? Gym memberships were at an all-time high, from monthly memberships to now where you can walk into a fitness center, don't sign a contract, you pay a very minimal monthly membership rate, right? And you can withdraw at any time.
That's
right? But if you're providing a quality service, a valuable service to your client, it makes them commit.
Right.
It makes them commit without even the contract.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. And that's what we do. Like I said, we just get in there and try to bring value. I think, we were talking about this before, about trying to continue to bring value, and that not having a contract is important because I want your business to grow.
Right.
That's why if you need something, I want to be that resource where you can say, hey, I need this, that, or the third.
Exactly.
And I help provide it. And connecting you to others that you need to be connected with when it comes to networking. So,
Exactly.
So we're just continuing to try to help, continue to bring value to everyone.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
No contracts to boot.
Yeah, and I can give a personal testimony because I utilize services from the MP group. And I can tell you when I first got started, it was like, you're trying to navigate and trying to figure out, okay, what's what. But I think the personal service that you gave to me and my assistant Mackenzie at the time, when we were trying to, he pretty much gave out his cell phone number, his office number, and say, call me anytime. It doesn't matter, what time, just call me if you have any problems, I'm here to help you. And he did, and that's the personal relationship that you build with a client. That's the personal relationship that you build with the marketplace. And that also adds to the competitive advantage, is that personal experience.
That's right.
That's right. And it's a great thing. Now, what type of customers, the business models, you don't have to name any customer per se, but what type of business models you have as your customers? Retail, restaurants?
What we do is when we were starting the business a while back, focused on the true small business owners. So that is your electricians, plumbers, your auto mechanics.
Right.
Because a lot of times those business owners are great at what it is that they do.
Right.
They have that skill because I cannot put a car back together.
That's true.
But when
Neither I.
Right, so some of those business services they don't know.
Right.
So we're able to educate them, okay, this is what you should do to take your payments, so on and so forth. So anyone that you spend money with around your house, again, your electrician, your plumber, your landscaper, someone that's coming to pressure wash your house.
Right.
Those are great businesses because not only can we get them off of that program they were probably on,
right,
with their bank, we're able to help grow them and we all grow together.
Right. So you're targeting mainly like the micro models, small business models, but SMEs also, right?
Yes.
Small business, any entity with 500 employees or less.
Right. Well, it's one thing, even with 500 or more, we have a huge, range in what we do.
Exactly.
So for instance, business owners that go from $500 a month to over $1 million.
Over $1 million, wow.
So it's one of those ranges. But when you ask specifically those business owners, they help because they know other small business owners that are like them.
Right.
So it can kind of go where I help one or two and it spreads amongst a community, and that's what we want to try to do.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Now, with the COVID-19 pandemic, right? We've seen a major hemorrhage in the economy. And many small businesses closed, and a percentage of those that closed actually reopened because they were able to access capital through the PPP and EIDL loan programs, right? Loan and grant programs, right? And there were some businesses that just scathed along, right? Has that impacted your business at all? Has that impacted the relationship you've had with those small businesses?
Well, again, like I said from the beginning, what we do is we try to build that relationship with the business from the beginning.
Right.
And what we were able to do is help out a lot of our small businesses during this time.
Right.
In actuality, we have found it to be a successful year when it comes to the growth we've had going towards our goals.
Right. Wow.
Now we know the overall situation is not the best, but
right.
Because we position ourselves to be helpful and just provide value, we were able to switch over a bunch of people because they're trying to figure out how to save money.
Right.
So what we would do is go in and look at their merchant statements and say, hey, look, I know you've been here for a while. We know you need to save some money. This is how much we can save you. And we're able to switch over a lot of people. And before this, where I met you was face-to-face networking.
Right, exactly.
So
and we're gonna get on the networking in a little bit.
Okay,
yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. So it was one where the success we found was trying to switch it over to just doing more of the virtual. So again, able to touch people all over the country.
Yes.
And we were able to save a lot of people money.
Right.
And it's been a successful year financially wise in here and probably going towards those goals. Right. So yes, it's been different, but for us, because of those principles we've had the whole time, it helped us to see some success.
Yes. And where I first encountered the MP group was at the Circle of Firms. And for many of you out there in Atlanta, if you do serious networking, you know Corey Network King Moore. And I mean, shout out, shout out, pro networker. And that's where I met Roderick Ricks and the MP group. And, every month we would attend the Circle of Firms, and that's where I got to know him, and our relationship grew from there. And Roderick said something very important about pivoting, right? The face-to-face engagement, the face-to-face networking was sort of suspended when we had to socially distance, when we had to adhere to CDC guidelines and guidelines from the scientists in order to create separation from one another. Networking is so important. Pivoting, understanding that, hey, we can no longer come together, right? I can no longer engage my customers and my clients. So I had to, we had to literally pivot and do virtual networking, virtual lead generation, virtual customer engagement, virtual client, training and engagement. So it's very important, and like I was discussing with Roderick and with some of the other business owners that I network with, I have actually discussed the experience of business increase, during COVID. As businesses, certain businesses had to close down because of a reduction in volume in customers and revenue. Those who pivoted successfully actually experienced success during this pandemic, right? Yes. And is there any type of training, or let's say the MP group does events or training workshops, for your customers?
Yes, part of that pivot is in March when we couldn't go to see anyone face to face, is we went ahead and took quick to the virtual network. So we started Zoom, just got a Zoom account, and we quickly figured it out. We didn't know what was happening, but we knew that it was a set amount of people that still wanted to network.
Yes.
And I got with the crew, and we came up with this magnificent program, the MP Group Presents.
Yes.
And we were able to get like 50 people on that first one in March.
Wow. Yes.
We talked to all of our people that we network with, say, hey, look, I can't come see you,
right?
But here, let's try this.
Yes.
And it got big. Like second, third time, I had like 80 people on.
Wow, that's great. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, every other Tuesday we do the event,
right?
And then, it's been going since then. This whole time, we still average about 50 people, every other week.
Oh wow, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So and that's just for the networking, right?
Yeah.
Any training?
Yeah, inside of there we share best business practices. Each week we have a theme on how to get better as a business. If that's challenging yourself mentally, if that is asking rebuttals or going over rebuttals and objections.
Right.
What we try to do is we're not in there saying, hey, we do credit card processing.
Right.
We're in there trying to connect other business owners so commerce can continue to grow, and we can share the good stuff.
Right.
Because hey, it's a whole bunch of negative out there and it can just overshadow you.
Yes.
But we have that event so we can pull light and keep growing, and like I said, that's what's helped us to go. Right,
so it's more than just, hey, we can process your credit card payments. No, we are here to connect you with other business owners, right? Yeah. Now, is there a way that they can connect with you for these virtual networking sessions? Yes. How can they reach you? I mean, your number, your website?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Well, go to www.gompgroup.com. That is our website. Myself personally, you can reach me at 404-254-7855. One of the things that has worked well for me is LinkedIn. Again, my name is Roderick Ricks. Please go there, connect with me. And as far as with the event, it happens every other Tuesday. The next event is November the 3rd.
November the 3rd.
November the 3rd. So, go out there and vote, of course. And then, try to join with us and make sure that you get your name out there to all these other business owners, and every other Tuesday from the 3rd.
Great. So you can connect with Roderick Ricks, Sales Director for the MP Group. via his LinkedIn page, via their website, which I will have him repeat again.
It's GOMP group.com.
Right. And also, when you link with Roderick, he will definitely connect you and put you onto his contact list, and he will be inviting you to all
the events,
all of the events, all of the networking events, virtual for now, until we get over the hump, till we get over the COVID hump, and then we'll be able to meet face to face again.
That's right.
Which is always a great experience. But Roderick, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you
for inviting Thompson Management Consulting here into the offices of the MP Group here in Acworth, Georgia. I do follow you on LinkedIn. I do check out his videos on LinkedIn. He gives you that 50 seconds, and he's all excited, and his hands are going, and he's really telling you about all the great stuff that they have happening here at the MP Group. But again, I want to just thank you all for joining us on another On Location Spotlight interview, this time with the MP Group and Mr. Roderick Ricks, Sales Director. And don't forget, I want you to subscribe, I want you to like the video, and share with your contacts, all right? Is there anything else you want to...
No, that's it. I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, thanks so much for continuing to bring value to everyone that you come in contact with, and look forward to doing it again.
Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do. And if you are a business out there and you're looking for an option to your merchant services, check out the MP Group, and I will be putting the contact information up on the video, and then you can actually access all of the contact information for the MP Group and Mr. Roderick Ricks. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of On Location Spotlight with Thompson Management Consulting. You can check us out at tmconsultingllc.com. Have a great day. Thank you.